Greetings, everybody. Overseer Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech Doomsday Vault, episode 15. Thanks, Kenneth. That rat's coming in. Shield. With your fresh charge rifle. Have at thee. Something else that I probably want to do eventually is to smooth out the entryways, walls, so that it's a little bit easier for us to, or possible for us to repair it. Go away, rats. I have a lot of pests that come in because I don't have a door here. Purposely, I don't have a door here, by the way. But I don't have a door here, which means that they try to get at my beer. But it's actually a pretty useful tool to lure them in so that I can hunt them more easily. I'm the Pied Piper of rats. Of waste rats. Oh, speaking of waste rats, there's one literally in the base. Splat. Where's the other wildlife? You're outside, and you are in my base as well. Man, we really do have a rat problem. Carlotta's like the rat catcher. Hey, rat. And you're dead too. So now there's only a boom rat. Alright, one more minute to vote on the unique trade. Whether we do it or not. And puppy treats. Don't we have a pet rat? We do. A waste rat. Dante. Who has been sterilized so as we don't get more. So they're not his fault. I can say that with certainty. These aren't Dante's kin. One quiet prisoner. Oh, that sounds creepy. What is it, Hannibal Lecter? You trying to send me here? Alright, so it looks like I'm going to do... Yeah, 4 days to accept the other one. So we're going to just address one of these quests at a time. So what reward for the ears? We have Neuroformer, so a Psylink and Persona Core. Or Bombardment, Targeter, Grenadier, Armor, and Plasteel. Man, they must really need these ears, huh? Or Goodwill. 2.5 minutes on that. The other quest is a 42-year-old forester named Leo knows embarrassing information about Kenneth's eating habits. Sounds like Kenneth is a cannibal. And Kenneth wants me to keep him prisoner here for a week. Leo is stuck with blood rot, and the Venom Psychers, the faction that killed off Mayhem, would be raiding us with gunners, mostly ranged, it looks like. A few meleeers, but mostly ranged. And it offers Resmec Serum. Well, hello. I see you, quest. Okay, Kenneth. I see what you're up to. I see what you're up to. First things first, let's queue up the ears. The vault has ears. It's like a weird knockoff of the Hills of Eyes, but like creepier somehow. And cargo pods of Synthread. Okie dokie. Cheers. And Dante, you want to just be Dante? Sure thing. Maybe... Well, no. I'm not going to set you on fire. I don't need a remake of Dante's Inferno up in here. As tempting as... Oh, God. I wish I did not click on that boom rat in this very specific moment. I could have not needed to see that. Shay with inspired surgery. Cool. We should be pretty close to being able to power this up. Let's get the cables in. I'll eventually run it on both sides for some redundancy. Okay, we want Psylink and Persona Core. Got it, 10-4. So the other question about the unique trade is we have to go to Binrabrad. That's not too far away. We'll definitely need protective gear, but that's not that bad. So let's accept that. Done. I have 22 days to fulfill. Then the other question is, do we protect Kenneth's prisoner? Two and a half minutes to vote on that. I figured you guys were going to vote a certain way. Tech Noir is now second trimester. A little bit of health check. Kim, why are you still lactating? That seems like a bug. Same with Shay. I guess, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is a bug. I'm not really sure about that. Okay, yeah, we have no dark spots. Perfect. It goes away after 10 days without feeding anyone? It should have been gone by now, I think, then. But whatever. I'm not going to kill me to have that as a status effect. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't make you hungrier unless you actually breastfeed, as far as I know. So marine armor is almost done. Transport pods would give us, if built here, would give us a pretty easy one-way trip out to the trade fulfillment, and then we'd have to walk back. So that cuts the travel time at least in half. So that's food for thought. We could do that. Now, the other thing that we could do, because pod rep raiders are not sappers or breachers by nature, is we could actually mine this open so that anyone pod drop raiding here ends up going out and in the entryway, and that way we don't have to have redundant defense systems. Sometimes redundant defense systems is good when you get raided back to back. It lets you not suffer the cooldowns of having to like put things back together, but that's just something that we could do. If you thought it prudent. Of course, that needs to... I wouldn't do that unless it got voted as a goal. Because that is how these things work. Alright, marine armor is done. I'm going to get the transport pod, I think. At least cutting the trip down by 50% would be kind of nice. Alright, so it looks like we're going to accept Kenneth's prisoners. And what reward? Res, mech, and uranium. Plasma sword. Or goodwill. I have a feeling I know what you're going to vote on, but, you know, let you vote. All right, looking good. I like that this alternative shaft out. It's nice. It's a useful project, I think. And then this is glorious. I mean, just chef's kiss. So the other thing I'm going to do here is a remove pollution area, which is a cleaning task, which is really low on the priority for most people. But I think what I'll do for Shield and Shay is raise their... I can't really spare Shield from growing, but at least for Shay, I'm going to change her priorities so that she tries to clean up the pollution. And then we also have a place to place the pollution. So one of the rules of the series is that we are not going to be introducing... We're essentially not polluting more than the planet's already polluted. So I'm not making it any worse. I'm not going to generate any pollution that I can't remove without causing pollution somewhere else. We're not perpetuating the problem. Is probably a careful way of putting it. So because of those pollux trees I have, I can put the pollution near the pollux trees, and the pollux trees will actually delete the pollution themselves. Just make another gas mask? I could. I certainly could. They're not very protective, which is one of the reasons why I've not jumped to make a whole bunch of gas masks. And also, making clothing and armor and weapons is a polled priority. And, well, it never won the polls. Has not yet. It's something you eventually get used to on the channel. Things gotta win in the priority polls so that my communities are some of the inputs of all of your input. Some of them. Alright, Resmech and uranium. Got it. I think I am going to wait a little bit because I feel like I have a little bit more preparation to do before I accept this. Should I shift the priority, the current priority, to making weapons and armor? Yes or no? So it looks like if we analyze this quest again, I'm going to be dealing with, how many is that? 6, 9, 10, 15, about 40 enemies. And we're in parkas and toques. So there is a lot of preparation to be done if we want to defend ourselves from this raid, or these two raids. Well, I do think that I could probably lean into the steel barricade fires as a really effective method to stop the raiders from being dangerous to us. I also bought a whole lot of uranium, which I could turn into more uranium mini turrets, which is a very powerful tool against would-be raiders. So the priority of making weapons and armor isn't just weapons and armor, it's also defensive setups. I guess I should add. It's not just simply weapons and armor. Have you voted on that? Looks overwhelmingly like you guys think it's a good idea. Oh, there we go. No longer lactating. You were right. It's been 10 days. Oh, that's a raid of... Okay, it's a raid strength times 2. I read it wrong. You are correct. So Orange Chaos, the reason why I haven't added blockers is blockers would block me just as much as it would block raiders. So the reason I haven't thought about adding blockers here is I don't really want to slow myself down for no reason. The reason I did 2 side rails is so that when these are on fire, the chance of someone running in between them catching on fire is just a lot greater. So I can even extend this, although it's going to make a lot of heat, extend this so that... you know, any would-be raider is very likely to not fare all that well through the entryway. So the current priority is prepare for a large raid. And I don't think we actually need to do a ton of preparation. One thing I do really want to do, though, is to get rid of the bolt actions that we have. The bolt actions are just dreadfully inefficient. So Tech Noir, Sapo, Cam, Shay, Thomas, maybe Kathleen and Shane, all might be a good idea to get heavy SMGs. So I'm going to make these with, I'm going to drop them on the floor when I'm done. I'm going to make them with Kathleen on, and hopefully get a whole nice amount of them so that I can fire back. Oh yeah, careful with the fire because the vents are too close. Good call. I will move them up a bit. Here is Shield and Shay cleaning pollution. So it is a cleaning task that takes a while, as you see. But it is permanent once removed. So boom. There is a toxic waste pack. And boom, again, another toxic waste pack. And then as long as we haul, I mean, right now it's frozen, so it's decaying very slowly over time. But if we haul it away to the Pollux tree, we won't really have to deal with it. Which is great. Convert is in 22 hours. Got it. She dropped the pollution in the tunnel? Yeah, I saw. It's not going to be an immediate problem. It takes a while to decay. Oh no, we're getting food poisoning. That's not good. So then we drop it here, and it can decay, and it will only add pollution where the Pollux tree is, and the Pollux tree naturally clears pollution. So it's not netting extra pollution for me. Are the ears queued up? They are. They are. I've already made one of them. It's right here. So the idea here is to eventually clean out all the pollution that's in this area here and shift it over to Pollux trees so that the Pollux trees can remove the pollution from the game, and I have a nice outdoor unpolluted area for my colonists to be able to profit, really. Ooh, food poisoning, not good. Especially given this, my farmer, he's going to be failing at farming tasks on the regular. So it will take 25 days for this toxic waste pack, given no rain or snow, to deteriorate. So it's not a rushed thing here. Transport pods are done. Nice. All right, what's next? Fire foam. I could add, yeah, a temporary waste pack zone in the freezer so that they move it. More people can move it than just the once. But the thing is, where these waste packs are generally aren't allowable to other people anyway, so I don't think it's going to be all that useful, to be honest. I don't know why I'm using all caps, but fine. Because I would have to constantly update the allowable zone, which I'm just not going to do because that is kind of annoying to do constantly. But I'd have to constantly update the allowable zone to allow for my colonists to actually be of some sort of service to move that stuff. Okay, we're getting heavy SMGs. I am happy about that. I don't have cloth in order to get flak, though. I could get a flak helmet, Because it's metal, plasteel, and components. But flak jackets require cloth. So, and flak vests, of course, require cloth. So flak is probably not going to be our method of protection. Oddly enough, we might have to make the jump straight to like recon armor or locust armor. I might make one marine armor. Let's see. One marine helmet and locust armor for Kadath, because he's our brawler. And then I'm also probably going to need to hook him up with something better than a plasteel knife. Because if he's going to be tanking for us, we ought to make it so that he doesn't die in that process. Oh boy, this food poisoning is really bad. Really, really, really bad. A uranium club? Yeah, he can do a uranium club. It really depends on the types of enemies that we're fighting. A lot of the enemies that we've been fighting are wasters. And because they're wasters, we might want weapons that are more geared towards harming them. But wasters don't really have any weaknesses so much, so I don't really know. There's not a good blunt or sharp. Might not make much of a difference. Requiem, you are welcome, man. I'm sorry that you're in the hospital. That sounds awful. But, to good health to you. Yep, work drive is available. I know. I have not been using it on purpose. There's no one I want to work drive. A little bit easier to see what you're doing, huh? Kind of an order operations thing. Well, I will very easily... Don't let the quest expire. Don't worry, I still have 2 days left. Very easily build a spaceship in this spot. No problem there. And then with any luck, we'll actually see the toxic waste packs decay out here. If given enough time. Oh, we have another intruder. Oh, and self-tamed. Hey, Boomerang, I'm going to do something like extraordinarily cruel for you. Which is, stand here. Yeah, you're going to be my... Actually, I should probably put you closer to the barricades. But you're going to be my little organic landmine. I'm not even going to give you a proper name. I'm going to literally just call you organic landmine. Just in case I don't get Molotovs off in this cave in time, I will have an organic landmine. Fire foam is now done. I guess solar, because we have this outdoor zone now. And solar is a really powerful tool to offset grow lights. But if we're doing that, I'm probably going to have to turn off a whole lot of these chem gens. Because I'm going to have more light than I even need. And Sapo. Ooh, look, 0.8 hours. I'm pretty good about that, checking up on that cooldown. Okay, thank you, organic landmine. The just in case of intruders. Convert. Oh, masterwork. Hello. Got my attention. 20%. Cam, you want that? Cam probably wants vengeance for mayhem, so... A masterwork rifle is definitely a tool of vengeance. For now, I probably don't need to dig into the overhead mountain steel. I don't need steel that badly, but it's nice to know it's there. I did want to change this over to cotton. I do think that there's a benefit for me to get at least a little bit more cotton than I currently have. But we're getting a whole lot of, oh yeah, tech noir. That's the kind of dyeing I like to see. Feed the landmine, please. Okay. We don't need the landmine prematurely exploding on my barricades, so I see a good reason to feed the landmine. No starvation, self-booms wanted. So even though there's thin rock roof here, I think what I'm going to do is keep it nice and flat. I don't need to sort of dig it out for unless I do later on find it absolutely necessary to have every last square foot available to me. I'm just going to smooth it out so that I can embed cables, which would be good for solar. Did I accept the quest already? I have not, no. I'm waiting maximum amount of time, and I will not overwait, obviously. Given the rewards, it's not something I'm going to let lapse. I've been keeping a hawk eye on the right side of the screen to make sure that I accept it in time. But I wanted to try to get as many SMGs built as possible. The other thing I wanted to do is some additional uranium turrets. So I'll hook dead power up like this, and then make some additional uranium turrets. That's actually solely why I bought the uranium. So that we can have plenty of automatic turrets. And then, actually, these steel turrets, I will install in here, because these will be anti-sapper turrets instead. I will put one... I'll adjust the mountain here a little bit, so that I can sapper deny this area appropriately. So I'll repeat, or I'll remind you what that mechanic is. Breachers do not care about turrets at all. They see a turret, they're going to ignore it. Sappers, on the other hand, will avoid turret cover, even if turrets don't have power. They don't care whether they're powered or not, oddly enough. Sappers will avoid areas covered by turrets and instead sap in areas that don't have turret coverage. And sappers are trying to attack your bedrooms. Oh, by the way, trick. I saw those gifted subs and my brain just like shut off, but thank you for the gifted subs and also now for the bits. I did not mean to ignore you. So, cheers to you, friend. So my point is, if I don't want sappers coming through here, or here, or here, I can put turrets here. And then, unfortunately, what ends up happening is, given the layout of my community, the likely area that they're going to sap into is into, I'll draw with plans, through here. Because there is not turret coverage for this room, but there is turret coverage here. So one of the problems of having turrets installed in the kill box is it actually makes sappers actively avoid it. One of the things that I could do to avoid that is instead have my turrets actually uninstalled, sitting on individual stockpiles, and ready to be installed at a moment's notice. And that would actually be a better way to surprise sappers. So I'm going to do that. So let's call this mini turret, copy, turret 1. You're going to have to bear with me because this is kind of annoying. Oh, wait, I thought I copied the name. Copy the name. Turret 2. So if they're uninstalled and they're minified, they are not going to be avoided. But then we do have to install them in the case of an actual fight. So it's a partial solution, but a pretty good one, I think. So I'm going to have them built, and then I am going to uninstall them in place. And that way, sappers are far more likely to come in through the main entryway. What is going on? Okay. That was an eclipse, Cam's pregnant, and Kenneth got food poisoning all at once. I was like, what's happening? Congrats, Cam. Mayhem number 2. Eclipse, and 24 hours on the one quiet prisoner. I don't have a spot for the one quiet prisoner, I just realized. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about that. Probably just stick them in here. Which is kind of what I do to all my prisoners. For now. At some point, maybe we'll actually have a proper prison, but... Apparently the eclipse caused the other two. Yeah, a pregnancy on a black moon. That's not creepy. Cam, are you pregnant with, like, Damien Darkblood or something? Like, what is going on here? You got demons, don't you? Hey, Shield. Can you haul those somewhere better? Oh, speaking of which... 2.2 days, got it. So 20 hours until quest expires. And we have managed to make a fair bit of SMGs. Thomas's shooting skill is only 6, Technoir's is 5. So it wouldn't hurt for them to have it. But Cathanon and Shane, I'm going to give you guys better weapons than what you currently have. Probably pump shotguns. Even though they're poor quality, they're going to be better than revolvers, I think. There is a good bolt-action rifle, but I'm probably going to ignore it. Leave it alone. Alright, solar panels are done. Auto doors wouldn't be terrible, especially for temperature doors around the freezer specifically, so that they can open close quicker. And then the avoid pollution... No, that still looks right. That looks good. So then the idea here is, because the entryway does have a wind-up time, it's very quick to install a turret. So we have these turrets just, like, waiting, I guess, for when I need to spin them up and have them defend the colony. We're doing a pretty good job of removing the pollution, so now that I'm staring at this pollution, I'll update the zone again. Almost looks like, well, it's red, kind of shaped like China. And, well, China is famously polluted. Sorry, China. That was a low blow. But, you know, it's true. I've been to China. Oh, God. Some of them cities. Woof. I went to Guangzhou, which is like a manufacturing capital. And at night, this was years ago, so it might have cleaned up by now. But at night, the night sky was not a color that you would expect a sky color to be. It was like an orange, but not like Moxie orange, not like Fanta orange, but like a deep burgundy. Maybe actually, now that we can paint everything. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like this orange, a little bit darker. It was gross. It was, and there was heavy metals in the water, so you couldn't drink the drinking water. Yeah, the oil that they use in the food was... You best not ask where it came from. Might be sewer oils. Another interesting problem that because my sister lived there. Another interesting problem that my sister had was that all the beauty products there had bleach in them, like moisturizers and face washes and everything. So, because being really fair-skinned is a desired trait, this is also true of like India, right? So when I visited my sister, she was like, please, 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 just bring like buckets of Neutrogena and like moisturizers and face creams and so yeah, that was interesting to have. I mean, obviously it wasn't carry on because TSA, but it was interesting to be asked what to bring. Do not Google gutter oil unless you have an iron stomach. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Alright, so we have T-minus 8 hours. I'm keeping a close eye on this. I'm just trying to get as many SMGs as I can. I think what I have 0. No, I have 1. Where is it? I think what I need to do is I need to have a special shelf for like things I want so that they're kept separate, but I see it here. So Thomas, this one's yours. Auto door is done. This is quick. So quick. So this is one more haul. Maybe... Hey, Shield. I know you're sleeping, but... Just so that that plasteel is never stolen. So I'm going to say that this is the last SMG that we're going to bother making for a bit. So that we can go back to the ears. And this will be equipped by Cathanon himself. Oh, you know what? You're a genie. You should probably not be in combat if I can help it. I'll give it to the 14-year-old, because I see no... Oh, no, Tech. Tech can have it. Remember to accept the quest? Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on it. 6 hours. I'm going to wait until like 2 hours left. Is it possible that I am doubling my voice input? I don't think so. Does it sound wrong to you? Do you have me, like, in 2 different tabs? Because that would make more sense. Alright, so let's go ahead and accept this for the Resmec Serum. And then I also will be given 2 mercenary slashers under my control that can die of no consequence. So that would be Carrie and Anatoly. And I'm going to raffle them off to you guys because why not? Why not? So raffle timer's up. I wouldn't really call them slashers. They, oh, good. You arrive and you immediately try to get high. You are going to be so useful. So very useful for my, for the defense of the colony here. So she is a smoke leaf dependent, chemically interested, lazy pyromaniac with literally no skills at all. What the heck? Yo, Kenneth, who the heck did you send me? What? Dude. I almost couldn't come up with a worse person. So, what the hell, man? And then Anatoly, a hypersensitive, nimble, sickly... At least he's nimble. You think Kenneth is trolling me? I know Kenneth is trolling me. I just, yeah, that much is pretty obvious. Made very plain to me. Dear Lord. So, Landmine's rice is being stolen, but that's fine, because I'll eat Toxalope. I ain't picky. You are going to be given herbal meds, because you are blood rotted. And the current priority is still, I guess, prepare for the large raid. They could be given a gun, true. I'm going to rather have them as brawlers, I think. And let's go suspend the marine helmet and locust armor and just work on the ears. Because I think at this rate, if I don't work on the ears, it's going to time out. Kenneth needs a better weapon. I'm waiting for me to get long blade research done. Because my choices of weapon... Actually, I could have you guys vote on the weapons. The other thing that I'm going to need is a smithy. Because I literally don't even have a smithy right now. And then taking a look at my components, all my components got dumped into the SMG, so I'm going to need to mine up some components as well. So whole lot of needs all at once. I don't really want to send Shay way out here going for components because there's a risk that she gets ambushed by the raid party. Oh, well that was quick. Oops, that was a misclick. You guys have chain shotguns. You guys are dangerous. So wasters, as you can see, are tough and don't really have any weaknesses. This might not be the raid, though. I think this is a different raid. Because it's not the right size. And they are preparing a while. Okay. Hey, organic landmine, go to self-butcher. I don't really need to set the tunnels on fire. And then Carrie and Anatoly. There you go. You got beds now. Or whatever your name is going to be in 1 minute, because it's going to change. I forgot that Shane's also a genie, so you're not that useful in combat, because you're a wimp, a delicate wimp. What happens if the prisoner deliver? What do you mean? Like, if a prisoner is pregnant? I don't know. Maybe it's your baby. Alright, so she's moving around, able to walk now. And a cold snap. Okay, raid, a cold snap. What else? There we go. We have got... Carrie, you are temporarily going to be named as Panini Houdini. And then Anatoly... Orange Chaos. Orange Chaos, you've got like glitch level luck, I think. Congrats. I'm gonna still leave the landmine alone. How have you not eaten yet? Whatever. Okay, they're beginning their assault. This is not a sapper raid, so I don't really need to worry about setting up the turrets too soon. If it wasn't a sapper raid, setting up the turrets too soon actually has a bit of a penalty where they might reroute. But that's not a problem for us. The problem that I'm going to have is the center turrets don't have power. So Cam, let's get those up. Thomas, you stick around. And this cable is only going to help the turret in back, not the turret in front. So the turret in front, the center front, is probably not going to be powered this raid unless these raiders take a while. Actually, it does look like they're taking a while. Sapo, you go grab a new batch of steel. Don't go anywhere, Cam. I don't think I have anyone out of position at the moment. No. So I'm not even going to put the community into lockdown. I don't think it's necessary. I'll just micromanage to make sure that nobody goes out in the danger areas. Okay, they are all spun up. They're all online. Carlotta, that would be incorrect. Oh my lord! Children, children, children. The other thing I'm going to need to do, which I just realized, is to put barricades here. So that the raiders don't use this wall as cover. I've been meaning to do that and I forgot. So, I'm stuck having to lure them in, which I'll do now. Alright, so in order to lure them, I can swap the power around. The only way into the base is through this door. They come marching in like idiots. I spin up all the turrets again, and then they get gunned down. And then any turret that takes too much damage can just be left off, and then we just rinse, repeat, and they'll be done. Come on, there's nothing for you to shoot at. You might break a lamp, but like, that's all you'll do. Oh, just kidding. Turret's back on. And shooters are ready. Splat. Alright, group 2. Dante, go to the butchery zone. I don't want you to get shot. Fools rush in where angels fear to tread. That is my strategy here. Make them all look foolish. Hi, Vike. Bye, Vike. I probably don't even need the center turrets. The center turrets are a little bit harder and more annoying to power up and on. Yaroslav gets clipped again, but they're fleeing. Bye! 'Twas a pleasure. Now I just have a bunch of corpses to deal with. And Baggy. Oh, Baggy. Do I have someone that's bloodlust? I kind of forgot. I don't think I do. Oh no, shield. Right. Okay, let's strip Baggy with shield. And everybody else, you're dismissed. Yaroslav... Tech will patch you up. Orange Chaos. I guess I could have used Panini Houdini and Orange Chaos as brawlers. I kind of forgot. Because of how useless they were. Forgot that they, you know, are like technically able to fight. Cathanon will give you this heavy SMG. And Leo, you should not be given packaged survival meals as standard fare. Undraft Carlotta, done. Bye, Crystal. Alright, Yaroslav. Thank you for taking more bullets for the group. Now you have to go melt corpses for the group. Maybe it's best if I check to make sure That they don't have... No, they don't have anything worth stripping. Okay. Don't forget the sandbags. Oh, I haven't. As soon as that body's gone, I'll start getting that set up. I'm going to line the slag here, because this is kind of in the way. Chem fuel. Oh, good. I'm glad I checked. We have frighteningly low amounts of that. So I did mean to poll you all about what weapon I give Kenneth. So let me do that. What weapon for Kenneth? Mace or longsword? I don't really see that the other weapons are all that warranted. It's like either make the best blunt or make the best sharp. Everything else doesn't matter to me. So, there's that poll. Dante, you are free to roam about again. An organic landmine. You just ate, so you can go to the landmine zone. And long blades are done. See? Perfect timing. I'm going to research Devil Strand because there is actually some farmable land here. It's actually rich soil, parts of it. So once it's unpolluted, it's possible to get it's possible to get Devil Strand. Okay, the barricades are getting built. Beautiful. Just one more. Oh, Cam's already doing it. Any reason slag is not stored closer to the smelter? I could store it back here. There's no reason for me not to store it close to the smelter. It's just I have so little of it that it's not a huge bottleneck of processing. Okay, so these mini turrets have been repaired. This one needs to be rearmed, but all the others are good to go. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech Doomsday Vault, which originally streamed live on Twitch November 1st. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.